Welcome to Fahrenheit Performance Podcast, episode number 40. Today we have Allan Tay, right?
Yes.
Takachya.
It's Takachya.
It's a cycling brand. Would you call it?
I would like to term it like a cycling lifestyle brand.
Lifestyle brand. Okay.
Yeah.
You sell caps. You sell everything that you can attach to a bike or the body, except the bike.
Except the bike. Yeah.
So, Allan, why don't you just give us a brief intro of yourself and your background?
So I'm Allan, and thank you, Martin, for inviting. So I'm a practicing designer.
Okay.
And I also run Takachya on the side.
Yep.
And I also run an IT school on the side for seniors. So I'm kind of like a side hustler in that sense.
So this is one of the hustles.
Yeah, this is one of the hustles.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
I'm assuming it takes quite a lot of your time because you got a lot of product out there. You got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a physical store, or are you just pop-up sort of style?
So when we first began, we kind of go purely online.
Yeah.
And I think in Singapore, we kind of leverage on the e-commerce platforms. So one of the first ones we were at is actually Carousel.
Okay.
And in fact, if you do go to Carousel and look at our account, we have built like quite a big following of like 5,000 of our...
Okay, so you've been on Carousel for a long
long
So then how about Shopee and Lazada and these sort of things? Can you
So after that, we kind of moved to Lazada.
Yep.
And leverage on like the discounts they have.
So
we do have a pretty good following there too. I think about 1,000 followers.
Okay.
Plus minus. And that's where we also started to bring in more products from different countries, like Japan, UK, the US.
So if people know Takachya, it's mostly because of the caps, right?
Yes.
What else do you guys do?
We do have bike bags. We do have some jerseys, not a lot. And we do have other accessories like, what do you call that? Wrenches,
Tools. Yes.
And also bar tapes.
Okay.
Yeah. We do have some things that I think some bike shops do sell too. Yeah, but for us, I think for in the beginning, we were trying to have interesting products that are quite...
sort of like curated collections.
Yes,
and
and
right?
I think that they look nice.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of express yourself in a certain way.
Or enhance the bike.
Yeah, enhance the bike.
Because if it's bar tapes, you would sort of like give a peculiar look to the bike or whatever.
Exactly.
Right?
So I think for bike bags, I think it's much of the utility and also how it looks too at the same time. So the form and function that comes with them.
With gravel riding and stuff, all these bike bags, handlebar bags, and sort of stuff are getting quite popular actually.
Yes.
So Takachya, what does that mean? Is it Japanese?
I like that.
My physio is today Taka. So
Yeah. So something funny happened like pretty recently. So I think like 2 weeks ago, we had some guy on Instagram who just dropped us a message.
Yep.
It was like, "Hey, Takachya, I'm going to Tokyo like next week. Kind of way a shop." I was like, "Oh no, we're actually we're in Singapore. Sorry." And so Takachya is kind of coined based on the local roots of like being in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually a dialect in Hokkien.
Okay.
It just means to cycle in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on your tagline is cycle shook, right? And spreading shookness and the joy of cycling.
Exactly.
Right? I pulled that from your website.
Yeah.
Is that is that sort of what everything that you do is based around?
Yeah.
Around that.
Exactly. So I think because from my experience, I had a lot of my cycling experience not really in Singapore, but in Holland actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So I when I was an exchange student there,
Yep.
I had the luxury of actually grabbing a bike and just cycle anywhere you like.
Well, it's like preferred mode of transport.
Yeah, I think in those days, I would say, it's kind of quite different from the landscape you have now in Singapore, where it's harder for you to get on the road previously. I mean, it's still kind of hard now, but...
Unless it's between 5 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the morning.
The time works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of opens me to the real joy of cycling, actually. It's not about like... I mean, no offense to everyone that's in jerseys and stuff, but it's just like just step out,
Yep.
grab your bike,
Yeah.
hit somewhere you like,
Mm-hmm.
head back, enjoy the breeze.
Yeah.
That kind of feeling.
Yep.
Yeah. So that kind of
There's a shookness of
the
cycling.
shookness of it. It's really the shookness. It's not about being the first to reach the end of the line,
Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, right? So, yeah. So,
or like, oh, I've done like 50 clicks today and that kind of thing.
mm.
Yeah, but it's more of like, oh, you know, it's
And I think cycling, bicycles everyone has their favorite brand, right? Jerseys and kit, a lot of people have their favorite brand.
yes,
Right? Nutrition, people have their favorite brand.
yes,
But cycling caps is not an essential item
yeah,
for bikes, for cycling. But also there's not really a loyalty in sort of, let's just use Map and Rafa, for example. You don't often see people with a Rafa cap, a Rafa jersey and a Map bib shorts, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But if you're wearing your cap with a Rafa jersey, it's going to not be any out of place at all, right?
yeah.
Is that why why did you choose cap? Is that why you chose that space?
Yeah, I think cap for us is kind of like by chance too.
Yeah, was it like an organic thing because you've
Yeah.
got all these different
We've been trying different things, and
Yeah.
we were looking at bags and stuff, and then we realized how the landscape of the cycling industry
Mhm.
in Singapore is,
Yeah.
and there are just certain items that are not yet fully developed in that sense.
Yeah.
Maybe because it just doesn't look like there's a demand for it, or
Like I said, it's not essential, right?
Yeah.
You can't ride without a bike. You can't ride without a kit.
yes,
You can't ride without a helmet.
exactly.
Maybe caps, maybe gloves, maybe glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shoes and socks you have to have, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, it's one of those things where you decide.
so I think in a more direct sense, kind of makes sense to go for essentials,
Mm-hmm.
and of course those sell well.
Yep.
Yeah, but for us, I think it was interesting that we became known for the caps that we have.
Yeah.
It's not even the caps that we design, but
Oh, okay.
it's just a range of caps that we have.
Yep.
For the beginning.
So you have the designed by Takachya
Yes.
line,
Yeah.
obviously, but then you also sell other caps.
Yes.
Is that how it is?
Yes. So we have caps from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The brand Enishi.
Okay.
Another one's called Saigonchi, and they're really cool because it's literally artisan. It's just this one guy who sits in the workshop building these caps,
Nice.
and the materials are actually locally sourced.
Yeah.
So they're pretty unique, and the designs are really unusually
Yeah.
hard to find and
Yep.
beautiful.
And it seems
well
like they're
built.
pretty one-off
Yeah.
or
Exactly. They're really well built, and I think through our experience with understanding caps
Mhm.
and different brands, we then understand how a good quality cap, a good build of cap could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of influenced the way we wanted to sell our caps, and also the way we developed our caps.
So you design your own caps. So you yourself does the design for the
Yeah.
caps, right? So tell me this: if I said I want a Fahrenheit Performance cap today, all right, how long is the design process, and then how long would it be before I have one in my hand?
Oh, I think if you just go for all black and just the logo.
No. I wouldn't want to do that. I would give you creative direction and to do something completely new, like this, like one of these ones, right? How long does it take from concept to execution?
I would say that for just concept wise,
Mhm.
be 1 to 3 days. That's enough.
But the whole, okay, that's to get the
And
idea,
then-
right? But
yeah.
then to do the whole design process, there's 3 panels on the top and the bottom peak, right?
If we can get the manufacturing fast enough, within 1 or 2 weeks, you can get the final product.
Oh, so it's actually quite fast.
It
It's
is.
just the indecision of how you want the design to be, which is
Yeah, a bigger logo or
yeah, or
not black, yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
But your style, your particular style, is quite unconventional, right?
yeah, it is.
I would say there is cycling in general. There's either very bland. You got your whites,
Yeah.
your blacks, your greys, your tan, whatever, or bikes or clothing or kits or bib shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you've got the obnoxiously loud, which is the
Exactly.
there's the orange and the blues and
And
And I think that you are obviously on the obnoxiously loud side with
Yes.
big illustrations and stuff. Why did you go that way?
So I think why we even started the range
Yeah.
was actually got to do with when we started selling caps.
Okay.
So when we started selling caps, we brought in really a lot of designs, and they're really good. They were selling. I mean, people really like them.
Yeah.
Because of the message they have, the colors they have. So we do notice that there were loud designs that people like, and there are also those that are pretty simple. Maybe it's just all black.
Yep.
And a simple message, and people like them too. So there's this two range, and then we realized that hey, there's this problem where a lot of these designs started to get copied,
Yeah, for sure.
and they get produced in a very cheap way. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mention which country, but
Yeah, that's
so,
okay.
so I mean,
But these are all cloth.
yes,
right?
correct.
They're not dry fit material. They're just plain
Yeah.
cloth.
They're pure cotton.
Okay.
Yes.
And you design them, but they are not made in Singapore, right?
Yeah, no. So what happened is we realized that many designs started to get copied,
Yep.
and we realized that why not? We can also have our own designs, and that gives us something unique
Yeah.
that others may not be able to offer. And then I thought that hey, why not bring in the roots of Singapore and to have like that local flavor that you don't see more.
Yeah.
Because in fact, like in Italy, there's a brand that it's called Contravento.
Okay.
They do really loud caps too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they also are kind of very colloquial in that sense.
Yep.
Those are the designs they have. But that's something that is not touched in Singapore at all. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think at this point, or at that point, many of the caps or designs are kind of in a full kit kind of sense.
Yeah. So they match the jersey.
Yellow one's going to go with the yellow
Yeah,
jersey
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yep.
I wanted to have a range where it's more about expressing yourself on the day itself.
So it's like accessorizing. It's like blinging up your kit, right?
Maybe it's just
You can be completely neutral colored, but then have a
yeah.
power, a bright cap, right?
It could be just the mood of the day.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of mix and match with whatever you want to wear. It doesn't have to be a jersey per se. It could just be a t-shirt.
Okay.
It could be so it's kind of more flexible in that sense. Yeah. And then from there, I kind of thought about hey, if it's gonna be local, what kind of local things we want to talk about?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So that's where we kind of brainstorm a huge load of different ideas. And then interestingly, COVID hit.
Yeah. So you've been around since what 2018,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
before COVID.
Yes.
It was just you said it was like a side hustle, right? So you just started it. It was
So
sort of
bumming around.
chugging along,
Yeah.
and then suddenly everyone's a cyclist for COVID, right?
Yeah.
Did you find that all of your products suddenly took off as well at that time?
Yeah. So at that point, we kind of have a lot of buyers that just come because they just want to kit out and
Yep.
and get accessories, bar tags, and
Is it most of your clientele is it Singapore, or is it do you ship everywhere?
for a start, it was more locals, especially during the COVID period.
Yep.
But for the past years, we have more international client customers. That,
But still, majority of them are local.
yeah. I would say that actually start to grow, like 50-50, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for me, cycling caps. I used to wear cycling caps a lot in America during winter to keep your head warm, right? And then if it rains, it shields the rain from the glasses, right? But in Singapore, it actually makes a lot of sense to wear cycling caps because, let's face it, any given Sunday or every given Saturday, any day of the week, it may or may not rain.
Yeah.
If it started raining right now outside, I wouldn't be surprised, right? So I'm surprised more people don't actually wear caps in Singapore because they're actually very functional for keeping the rain out of your face when it's actually raining and the sun out of your face when it's sunny, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
So why should anyone buy cycling cap?
why?
Yeah.
Very simple. I have all the reasons already. First, if you have
Because not everyone, like a lot of people have never worn a cycling cap before, right?
Yeah.
What sell us the whole concept of cycling caps?
yeah, I can give you like top 7 reasons.
Okay, 7.
First one, you have a sweaty head.
Yeah,
I
true.
even met friends that sweat like crazy, And you know they sell those tubing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like a
Halo,
drain.
the halo.
Halo thing.
Yep.
To kind of just drain off your sweat.
Yep.
But actually, cycling caps can kind of just help you suck it up.
And you help the person behind you because sometimes I've had that. Sometimes the person behind you gets the sweat, not you yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one.
That's number one. Number two is if you do wear helmets when you cycle and you happen to hit the cafe, I don't think you want to take out the helmet.
See, it protects the hair.
Hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's great for keeping your hair in.
Yep.
A bad hair day. Third reason is if you have actually kind of no hair.
Okay. If you're botak, you can wear
Yeah,
a
so-
cap. No.
Yeah, it's a practical reason because if you do wear helmets, I mean, of course you do wear helmets too.
But then some helmets have got massive holes and you get sunburn, right? Okay.
So that actually
That's three.
really happens. So there's three. What should I have? 7.
You said season 7.
Yeah. Number 4, I think it's part of your dress.
Yeah. Expression,
Expression.
self-expression, right?
Yeah. And number 5 is you can wear it for other occasions too.
I probably would run in it,
Yeah.
and I probably might
Yes.
even wear it to the gym.
Yes. And number 6, like what you said, is the weather thing.
Yeah.
It really protects.
That's for me. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining and the water's just running down your face,
Yes.
you flip it down, and then it runs off the edge.
Yes. Correct.
That's the best. Yeah.
Yeah, and he really, what I like about the brim of a cycling caps versus like the duckbill caps that you see is that it's not overly intrusive, being like really huge,
And it comes out of the way.
and it just blocks enough sunlight for you to still look forward.
Yep.
And that's why it's kind of designed this way, so that when you bend and then when you ride,
It's not
just-
obstructing. It's a little bit, but
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah, so it provides the right
Okay, 2 more.
enough angle. Wait, one more.
One more. Okay, one more. I lost count.
Kind of lost count too. We can rewind to see that. Oh no, I can't remember the last one. Oh no.
It's okay.
So
I noticed that you had White Rabbit for Chinese New Year last year.
yeah.
Dragon, I got a dragon. I'm a dragon, so I got a dragon cap off you. Do you stick to themes like that? Obviously, is Chinese. Every year you're gonna have one for at least the next 10 more years, and then you have a full set, right? But do you put out your products in sort of curate them in such a way where it continues as like a story in that sort of way?
Yes, I think it's kind of seeing different ideas and concepts, and of course we put it out there and see whether we have an audience for it, and then that's where we decide whether we want to expand that range.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are actually many ideas involved. Like
Sometimes you have so many things going on in your brain,
exactly.
and then you need to make sure that you just stick to the plan, right?
Exactly. So, but I think COVID gave a very unique opportunity because we were all stuck at home. So at that time, I kind of like told myself, hey, let's try to build this range of designs. So I took all the ideas and I just built one cap a day. So literally each design just appeared.
Yep.
And we had collected, I think, about 20 or 30 designs. I said, hey, let's just make all of them. And
Let's see where they go.
let's see where it goes.
So some of them died, some of them took off, and some of them were sort of in between.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but we draw inspirations from different things. So one is like the environment of Singapore,
Okay.
where we have HDB flats.
Okay.
So, outdoor furniture, like public spaces.
Yep.
They actually have very interestingly like curated colors. So we did a range that's called Lepak.
Okay.
So Lepak just means the chill.
Yeah. Relax.
Yeah. So I guess if you've seen like all cycling caps, it usually comes with a message. But you actually have two sides to a brim. So you can actually have a secondary message on top.
Yep.
So
But it's definitely the upflip message is the primary.
yeah. So
For sure.
that Lepak cap actually kind of says Lepak, and then you flip it down, it says relax one corner.
Nice.
Yeah. And what made it kind of relatable is that the design was all following the benches and tables at Void Deck.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's one of the iconic range that we came up with.
Yep.
Then like we do understand that our customers, they really understand our brand. Like you ask what's Takachya, right?
Yeah.
So we actually had a cap that literally shouts
Oh, what you are?
the name in Chinese.
Yep.
Yeah. So these ideas kind of then build on. So there we went into food,
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
I was about to say that you should do it like
Yes.
like a hawker culture one where you got one for fan, you got one laksa, you got one bihun or something.
Yeah, so we actually had that.
You do? Okay.
And that's the range that we're going to expand, but we're going to build it carefully
Yep.
and in a more prescribed way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did the first range and we had like durians.
Okay.
What do you have? We had like childhood biscuits, ice jam, and we did one for the ice cream uncle that
Yep. Yeah, they're disappearing on
we
you.
had a cab that actually is designed it.
Oh, wow.
Based on that, yeah. So that's one range, and then I thought, hey, we always have messages that's on the cap,
Yeah.
but no one has really touched on like the Chinese messages, which is kind of interesting because it's just 4 characters.
Yeah.
It in a calligraphic sense, it can be really beautiful. So that's where we started like a Chinese idiom kind of range too, and that's how the rabbit cap came about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought, hey, why not we have it's also for the year,
Yep.
and of course we don't want to infringe copyrights.
Yeah, of course.
So that design was kind of completely from scratch.
Yeah.
So even the rabbit element is completely new. It's not the same rabbit that you.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. For me, the message here
Yes.
makes the cap.
Yes.
If I don't agree with what's written here, I don't care what's on the rest of the cap. I probably wouldn't wear it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
The stuff that happens back here is great to have, but I have to agree with this stuff here. Why don't you go through what do you feel as a cap designer makes the good, like what your most successful caps have been, and what you think makes them so successful?
Yeah. So I think what you said was perfectly right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the message really is something that holds true for the people who buy the caps.
Yeah, it's like if it says "I hate kittens" or something, I'm just not going to wear it, right? Yeah. Even if it's like cute and everything is in the back is really cool, I'm just not going to wear it because basically you're putting a stamp on your forehead to send whatever this message. And this one says "Mission to Twice" or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I understand it. I agree with it because this is like Lamppost 1 and that sort of stuff, right? But yeah. So what makes the more successful caps?
The message.
Yeah.
That's one, and the other one I think it's the color.
Okay.
And the design that comes with it.
Yeah.
So I think one really successful one is actually the rabbit one.
Okay.
Yes.
Because everyone knows the white rabbit as like a childhood memory as
For
well.
one, maybe the brand is associated.
Yeah.
But I think it's also the way the cap was designed and structured.
Okay.
The colors are vibrant, but yet not too loud. And they kind of flows neatly throughout.
Yep.
So I think that was one of the successful ones. And another one I would say would be, it's quite a funny one because it was the first of our Chinese idiom range.
Okay.
So it just says, 风和日丽.
Okay.
In Chinese, it just means good weather.
Okay. I really liked your Chinese hats, but I can't read. I'm like you. I'm the worst person about Chinese, right? And so I didn't want to be one of those dudes like the basketball NBA stars with a Chinese word on their hat. They don't know what they and they're just promoting it. I didn't really I think they're really cool, but just for me, I couldn't do it because I don't know what I'm promoting, right? It could be this guy's fat and ugly, right? And I wouldn't even know it says that on the front.
Yeah. I think that's perfectly cool. I think why I wanted to do those is also for people to discover messages that they never knew about before, and like how some simple messages can bring about so much expression that you can give about yourself or what you believe in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely one of the winning points of the cap.
Yeah.
A good design of the cap. And of course, having a good cap that actually fits different kind of occasions, that really helps too. Yeah. Something that you're proud to wear even on a date.
Oh, lovely. Like this cartoony one, right? This is a local designer, and if you're having a particularly fun day or you're just going for a chill ride, you wear the cartoony one, right? If you this one here is a bit more plain, not plain, but like just a more regular design. then you can
Yeah,
do your regular cap, right? Your one you're wearing is super bright. If you're particularly energetic or chirpy, you can wear that one, right?
Exactly. So I think it's we hope that the caps could be something that you can express yourself and also kind of fit the whatever you wear for that day and kind of uplift your mood for the day itself. Yes. So I think that's kind of our hope and the joy that we hope to bring to our.
So also you do quite a lot of collaborations.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
I know Yen from HTFU has done cap with you before.
Yes.
This one here is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yes, correct.
Right?
This is a very recent.
Oh, this is the dad joke on the front here.
Yeah.
This one also is a collab with a local Faisal, right?
Yeah.
Faisal.
Faisal caricatures.
Yep. What? It's not because you run out of ideas, right? Is it just because you want to spread the word and sort of get different? How come you doing so many collabs with different people? What's this?
So I think what's interesting is as we start building the range, we get noticed by more people. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is that we start to get fans, like real fans, that come to us and say, "Hey,
when's the next cap coming out?"
Yeah, they really love the designs and stuff.
Yep.
And I think what's really beautiful about this is that that's where the collaborations actually mainly came from.
Yeah.
They were actually all fans of the first few designs that we had, or the experience of actually wearing the caps that they bought. Mm-hmm. And they came back to us and say, "Hey, can we do something together?"
Oh, the artists in themselves to do
exactly.
that.
Yeah. So like for Faisal, he's been a great supporter. Mm-hmm. He loved our cap so much that he starts drawing our logo in his.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we get like almost periodic posts.
And then you get
stories.
Let's just say people are on board with him and they follow him, and then they'll cross over.
Yeah.
When you do this, and the same thing with your followers will follow him, right?
Yes, because I think when we first started, and not even with our own range of caps, we have probably 100 over designs. Mm-hmm. So we have customers that just sit with us, just looking through different designs and just can't get decided because just so many to choose.
Yep.
And you just get spot for choice.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't just leave with one. You're like, I need to get 3 more. So I once sat with a customer for like 3 hours.
Wow.
Just to decide,
it's like going through like records or something. Your comic books or something.
Exactly.
You flip through them all and you see all different covers.
That's when you get, wow, this is great. Yeah, and that's what we hope to build with our range too. And then that's where the collaborations actually came in. So we were quite fortunate, and we're really thankful for everyone that collaborated with us. Yeah. Because I think it takes really trust and also chemistry. Yeah. That's the word.
Yeah, chemistry.
Yeah.
Sure.
And, if not, it may not turn out great also.
Yeah, of course.
And I think and mutual appreciation of what we can do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for every collaboration, we kind of work through and try to get the designs right.
Yep.
Yeah. So
for something like this, you just tell them these are the spaces that you can draw on. Yes. Give us your ideas, and then you put it together and say, "Hey, this is what's going to look like."
For Faisal, because he's a little bit more talented, he gets to draw the whole thing. Yeah. But we do have collaborators who have ideas. That we then put the whole idea thing in. Like for example, the fellowship cap. Which maybe a little bit too late, but this is actually for charity. So there's a donation drive for it. Currently, yeah. Okay. But I think by the time when this airs, it may be a little bit late.
So this is airing on 14th, on the 14th. Yeah.
This actually, the event is actually on the 12th.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But you can still donate. Yeah, I hope so. I'll ask him to open for a longer time. Yeah. So this is also one of our fans who came to us. Recently, and he was really excited about doing a cap because he loves to run too. And the cap actually was quite a great companion for him in his runs. So I said, hey, we're going to do this relay. And it's quite meaningful because it's actually with a dad and kid kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So you do like a 24-hour relay, but as a participant...
That sounds awful.
No, but you don't do all 24 hours. You choose 1 hour slot and you just run that hour. Not
you don't relay for 24 hours. I've done a 24-hour mountain bike race. It was like that where there's 4 of us and we would do a lap or two, and then you tag off, and then the next person do it, and you do it from 12 o'clock in the midday until 12 o'clock the next day.
Yes, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but as a participant, you can just do it an hour.
Okay.
So I thought it was really meaningful and really supported the cause. So we kind of conceptualized, and I was saying, hey, since it's about dads, right?
Yeah.
We need a dad joke.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah. But it's tough because you need a message that's easy to read. You can't have like
you need something where it's you can read the 5 words and then get it. Right? If it's too intellectual, you spend too much time thinking about it, and then you're already written down the road to somewhere else, right?
Yeah. So that's why we had this message here, which I hope it kind of clicks with everybody.
It says that my dad is a fun guy. He is such a mushroom.
Yeah.
That's a typical dad joke. Okay. So then if someone comes to you wants a collab, like a loose collab, like for example, my Purpose jersey back there.
Yes.
I make with Purpose. I gave them my logos. I told them roughly what I wanted, and this is how I did it. And then they did a design for me.
Yes.
And then we just made them. Right? Is that something similar for you as well?
Yeah. And I also will kind of evaluate the value of the collaboration.
Of course.
Yeah, like whether it what kind of meaning that we can give.
Yep.
And whether we can provide the value to you.
Yeah. But do you make custom caps for Everyday Joes as well? Like for me, if I said, hey, I want 10 Fahrenheit caps, could you do you do that as well?
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Definitely. Yes. Let's do it.
I'm gonna think of a funky design.
Make it a giveaway.
You can. And then, so what? Obviously, cycling is in your story as well, right?
Yes.
You're a cyclist.
Yes.
What's your cycling story?
I'm probably not like the usual cyclist. I mean, if you look at me, so I have to admit that I'm a bit guilty of not cycling as much now because I'm just like really too busy with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But having the bike under me is like one of the best things that happen.
Are you a mountain biker? Are you a roadie? Are you a foldy guy? Or
So I would say a mini velo guy.
Oh, you are? Okay.
There's a good reason.
I don't understand. This is completely tangent. I don't understand mini velos. Why? What's the appeal? Is it because they turn faster, or why? No. Why have a full size bike with such tiny wheels?
It's got to do with the height of the guy.
Okay.
So for me, I love mini velos because of the height.
So the bike is actually lower to the ground.
Yeah. For me, it's lower.
Okay.
It's less intimidating.
Okay.
And it feels more city-like in sense. But I do understand that smaller wheels actually it gives you less stability in that sense.
Yeah, it's a bit twitchier.
Yeah, it is. And that's what's happening to, like, if you do ride foldies, you'll know how much less balance.
For mini velo, so just in my simpleton mind, for me a mini velo, I'm probably insulting the mini velo all around the world, but it just looks like a foldy that doesn't fold. And so why not just ride a regular bike?
For me, I think in a practical standpoint, if I ride a regular bike, it's probably hard for me to put my seat post down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that in a very, very practical sense, that's the main reason.
Okay.
Of course, I hope I'm like 27 taller and I can a bigger bike. But for me, I think the beauty of the mini velo has got to do with the whole structure of the frame too.
Okay.
Yeah, there are like famous ones like Tyrrells or the Moltons. Yeah, and I really get inspired by those designs and also the 4Ds.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I actually kind of did my thesis on cycling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was building a trike.
Okay.
That has a sound balancing system.
Oh, nice.
And in fact, it's kind of like a Piaggio Mini. Have you seen a Piaggio like MP3?
No.
It's got a auto tilt system for the wheels. So it's like two side small wheels, and it just auto tilt. You can find it quite commonly now, I think, in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's quite a fun ride.
Yeah. You've ridden one before?
Yeah. I made one.
Oh, wow.
So I made that and realized that it's a bike where you balance without balancing. So if you know how to ride, you can't ride. If you don't know how to ride, you can ride.
Okay.
So from there, I kind of got I got really inspired by 4Ds, like the standard Brompton. Like, I don't know if you heard of Birdie.
Birdie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these bikes were what I researched on.
Yep.
And also what kind of inspired me to continue riding.
Yeah.
And for me, then mini velo to me is like the perfect structure for my.
So if I see a dude with a cap and a mini velo, it's probably going to be you riding out there.
Yeah. So I'm perfectly happy with a mini velo. I used to own an MTV actually.
Mm.
And it was really nice because the large wheels, the long handlebars,
Yep.
super steady. Yeah. So yeah, I think in a sense that riding for me, whether it's a mini velo, whether it's a mountain bike, whether it's a road bike,
Yeah. Just the freedom and
just the
wind in the hair and the
wind in the hair.
exploration of it. Right? So you guys have got an event coming up. So this is going to be published on the 14th, but on the 21st of October to the 31st of October this year, you are doing some. You're getting ready for an event, right? So tell me a little bit about that. What's going on?
So we are fortunate enough to be part of a Design Orchard as a collection.
So Design Orchard. So I live quite close to Somerset. Design Orchard is across the road from H&M,
Yes.
right? And across the road from the Heron. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
So, and then what is that place? It's like for local companies to showcase their wares.
Yeah. So it's a place for local brands to showcase the products and services they have.
Okay. So do you have a permanent display there regularly? So if I want to walk there and get a cap, anytime I can go down there and there'll be something where.
Yeah.
Okay. So
There will be. So we're putting some exclusive designs there.
So
Links
this,
up that you see.
for this 10 days, what's different from what you normally have there?
Because usually we have so many caps and so many designs, it's hard for us to display everything out.
Okay.
Yeah, so you probably have to kind of go to the online site and kind of like browse through. But you can,
So your website online, you have the whole collection there.
Yeah.
So you can get anything that you want from there.
yes. So but the things that you can't really
Touch and feel.
feel the actual product or see in full in real life.
Yep.
So this is an opportunity to kind of experience the different series that we have.
Yeah.
So kind of understand the background of like how this series kind of came about and
So most of your caps will
be displayed.
be displayed
Yes.
there.
Yes, and we're also going to show our new collection,
Okay.
some new launches.
Yep.
And there'll be quite exciting prizes and giveaways.
Okay. So typically, so it's 2024 now, right?
Yes.
How many different designs do you put out every year? So what's the process of design? Do you make a fixed number, or do you just make them to in batches? So how many you need, or what do you normally do?
I usually normally build the design based on the inspiration that I can get. So it's not about like just churning out.
Yeah, because there's going to be a point where if you just put out one a week, there's going to be so many different.
Yeah.
It's going to be impossible to track.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And also like this year we have lots of collaborations. So I think that was kind of built the collection in a sense.
Yep.
And I think we do have pipelines for new designs.
Yep.
But it will involve like part of the series that we have.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of builds upon the current series that we have. So in different type of things like local food or maybe like Chinese idioms or local stories and place.
So if you're a particular fan of the Chinese food, the local idioms, for example, right? You can just look forward to another one coming out, and then you can just collect the whole series of just that's it's like collecting Spider-Man comics,
something like
and
that.
only you get that. You don't collect Wolverine, you don't collect X-Men, you collect Spider-Man. You just stick with that stream, right?
Okay. Yeah, it could be that also. So and I think we are heavily inspired by the current affairs also.
Okay.
So I know like recently you have a lot of road rage going on, tension. So in fact we launched I think like just 1 or 2 months ago this cap that is called the Not Your Grandfather Road.
Oh, nice.
So we get heavily inspired by events that happen in Singapore
and local, Singaporean flavor, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So that local flavor, and I think that's also something that's interesting as a gift for someone who is not from here.
Like this one here is Lamppost One, right? If you're from America, you're from Argentina, you're from the UK, who the heck knows what Lamppost One means, right? But if you're from Singapore and you're a cyclist, you almost all know what lens one is,
exactly.
right?
Yes. So that's how we build a collection. We do not have like a hard and fast rule that you have to have 10 designs out within a year or something.
Yep.
But we do slow the pace down recently, not as much.
Okay.
But if we have collabs, we'll definitely do that.
Yep.
But for like our own designs, we kind of want to slow it
One a month or
not as frequent.
Yeah.
But when we first started, we had a more frequent launch.
I think you got to when you first start, you need to sort of throw as much out there as possible and try to catch the fish and then build the base from there.
Yeah, in a way, we wanted to have a substantial enough range that looks interesting enough to catch your eye, and a good variety of designs
and your own unique flavor, right?
Yeah.
To sort of get people's attention.
Yeah.
So this thing at Design Orchard is going to be your full range of products, from like a celebration of Takachya.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's a way of probably celebrating. I won't call it success, but call it the.
You're still here.
Not
dead yet. That's my motto.
Yeah, still here. Yeah. So we hope you like the show that we put out.
Yep.
And also maybe learning a little bit more about cycling caps too. Yeah. So on the 26th, we're actually gonna have
like an open house.
Some sort of open house.
Yeah,
So
which is a Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Yeah.
So from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. we have activities. In fact, there'll be interesting things like if you come and you buy the cap from that's designed by Faisal Caricatures.
Yep.
He's a caricature artist.
Is he going to be there as well?
He's going to be there. He
Okay.
can autograph it.
Nice.
And he can draw you inside with the cap.
Oh, he can draw you on the cap. Yeah,
So
that's
you
cool.
get a caricature sketch.
Added to it. That's cool.
Yeah, and the cap that I'm wearing now is a collab with WEM Design and One of the Kind.
Yep.
Where they make really interesting 3D decors, 3D printed decors. So that will actually be part of the giveaway when you buy a cap
Oh wow, that's cool.
within this period.
And it's always cool when you meet the people that are behind the brands, right?
And the thing is that what's really nice is that we knew them through the caps. It's not like I knew them from somewhere else, but it's all linked by our.
So basically, it's not just you.
Yeah.
It's everyone in your ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
The collaborators, people that have helped you get to where you are. It's not just Takachya. It's also all the other companies that work with you as well, right?
Yeah. In one way or another, that kind of influence where we are now. Yeah. So I think it's an interesting journey.
Okay. Cool, man. So best way to get a hold of you guys? Just straight through Instagram, Takachya, Takachya. Right, all one word.
Oh, yeah, all one word.
Yep. And then you got a website as well. So best way to buy your stuff would be your Design Orchard, or on the website.
Yes, both.
Yeah,
you can do both. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the main
Shopee or Carousel, you said as well, right?
Shopee not as much. I think Lazada if you want.
Yeah.
But we may concentrate more on our website and also Design Orchard at this point.
Yep.
Yes.
No, I personally love cycling caps. I'm glad you came in.
Thank you for inviting.
I think they're great. And thank you so much, Allan.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks so much for the invite.
Yes.